Today, I am going to be saving Zach Wilson's NFL career by putting him in the best possible situation in Madden 25. What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, I have taken former first-round pick Zach Wilson back to the Jets and built him an absolute super team, a super unit, if you will. Now, take a look at this O-line, man. They're all superstars. They're all very high overalls. We got George Kittle, Jamar Chase, Chris Godwin, Breece Hall. We even have, Garrett Wilson as a 99 overall. The only one on our team that is not superstar X Factor is, of course, Zach Wilson. So he's a 68 overall at this point in his career, but we're here to see, can we save Zach Wilson's NFL career and revive his career? He has 83 speed, 80 XL, great throw power, but his accuracies are terrible. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that in today's video, but I'm hoping with all of this talent surrounding him, he should be able to succeed with the New York Jets this time around. We also have a very, very good defense as well, man. We have some great DBs, some great linebackers, great D-line. Again, this team is here to help Zach Wilson win a Super Bowl. That is what we're hoping for, but we're going to have to see how it plays out in our first game of the season, the Jets versus the 49ers. And look at that team overall, man. We're 95 overall. There's absolutely no excuse for Zach Wilson to have a losing season and a bad season at that with the New York Jets, man. So let's go ahead, hop right into the game here, and we are taking on the 49ers on Monday Night Football. Starting off, Zach Wilson in the pocket, has great time. Look at that. Dot to George Kittle right off rip here, down the 20, 10, 5, and we are in for the touchdown. The first play of the game, George Kittle in for the touchdown. Now we're all tied up, 7-7. Wilson in his own end zone, and we barely get it out to Breece Hall. We only get about 1 yard on that play, but that's all right, man. Zach's going to be slinging it in this game here. Wilson in the pocket, looking for Garrett Wilson, the Wilson to Wilson connection. And Garrett Wilson fighting for every yard. Now we're in some breathing room. Now we can run some pretty cool plays here. Breece Hall in motion here, looking for Breece on this play. Breece, go make a play, buddy. Go make a play. And we're going to get about 4 yards on that one. Second down and 6 here in the first quarter, which is winding down. Wilson, a lot of time with the Stuttle line, throwing it up, and it is going to be incomplete there. And you kind of see the accuracy a little bit there. Not a great throw from Zach, but hey, man, we're into 3rd and 6. This is a very manageable down. Wilson looking, and we find our man, but he's going to be inches short. George Kittle can't convert the first, but we leave it to Zach Wilson here, doing the quick out, and Breece Hall with the catch, and even more after that. And that's what I'm talking about. That's how we end the first quarter, man. Starting off in the second quarter, we're at the 39-yard line. So far, pretty methodical drive. We'll try and maybe throw it deep here, but we're letting the game come to us as it is here. Wilson looking for RB, and it's going to be caught there. Chris Godwin, our wide receiver 3. Think about that. Our wide receiver 3 is Chris Godwin. So Zach Wilson, no excuses. We're loading up to B, and it's going to be caught. Great pass from Zach Wilson, and Garrett Wilson is in for the touchdown. Shows off that speed, and we are up 14-14. Actually, they did score a touchdown, unfortunately, but look at this high pass to George Kittle. Can he hang on? And he does not, man. George, I'm expecting more from you. That was a great pass. You got to come down with those, man. You got to come down with those. Wilson looking towards the out route, and we do find Jamar Chase, who, yes, he is wearing 87. I know it's a little ugly. Okay, I know Jamar Chase should not be wearing 87, but it is what it is. We're going to have to deal with it here. But Jamar Chase, great catch. We're making some audibles at the line. We're probably going to target Breece Hall on this running back route, and look at that, wide open, and Zach Wilson misses. See, this is what I'm talking about. The accuracies are important, and that right there, devastating. Can we find him? Once again, the accuracies on display, and that is pretty dang bad, dude. So after that failed drive, we're down by 7. Zach Wilson, we got to get back on track, loading it up. Dangerous pass, and it's going to be incomplete there. The 49ers defense has locked in on this super team. Zach Wilson delivers strike, baby. Jamar, way to make a catch, man. When our QB is struggling, way to make a catch, way to step up. Wilson has some time here, rolling out to his right, looking for X, and that is an ugly interception. Fred Warner with the pick. He is lit up with his X factor as well. And the 49ers defense is coming to play in today's gameplay. But finally, our defense makes a stop. Still 21-7, but look who is wide open. Breece Hall. Unfortunately, it was kind of a bad pass, so he wasn't able to rack it too much, but still got a massive amount of yards, and we keep on going. We keep this drive going. Wilson on the run to the right. We find Garrett Wilson once again on that route. Now it's a 1st and 10. We have to score on this drive here. Wilson in the pocket, looking, stepping back. We find Chris Godwin, who will go into the end zone for the touchdown. And now it's going to be all tied up. And look at that, man. Third quarter, less than 3 minutes left. Zach Wilson putting on a show for his first game here, launching it up to Garrett Wilson. That's going to be played very well by the 49ers defense there, man. So moving on to the next play, looking for Y, and yeah, man, that was pretty bad. He kind of got bumped there, so bad situation. Third down and 10. Wilson, what do you have in you here? Loading it up, and that's going to be defended very, very well by the 49ers defense. Last chance, man. Fourth down and 10. Wilson with the snap, looking for Y, and it's going to be caught. George Kittle, can he go all the way? He's got one man to beat. Come on, down to the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. George Kittle showing off the speed, and now it's 28-24 in the fourth. Very close game, honestly. I thought our defense would be doing a little bit better, but hey, man, we're still putting on a show with Zach Wilson. But now we're set up pretty nicely. First down and 10. Wilson, lots of time, throwing it down to Garrett Wilson. Get it to your playmakers, and he'll get 7 yards on that one. Almost 400 yards passing for Zach Wilson. Hopefully we can achieve that goal in today's video. There's a flag on this play, but Jamar Chase is open, and he's got it for the touchdown. But I think that flag might come back to bite us, and unfortunately it did. So it is now 2nd and 13. Wilson in the pocket, looking, now rolling to the right. We got Nick Bosa on us. Just throw it away, Zach, and we're able to get it off, man. Throw it in the dirt. Take our loss. It's 3rd and 13 here, looking. Wilson towards B, and yeah, the accuracies come in to haunt us right there. So 4th and 13. Zach, can you make a play? And he does. George Kittle hangs on even through contact. Zach Wilson delivering an absolute strike on that play. Wilson in the pocket, looking for anything, is going to be harassed and lucky to get that ball out, and also lucky that that ball was not intercepted. Play action, roll out to the left. Can we find him? And look at that pass. No, you should have caught that. I think that was Garrett Wilson. He low-key should have caught that. All right, come on now. We got to help our fellow QB, man. Come on. Zach Wilson to Jamar Chase, and he almost escapes to the end zone, but will finally be tackled at the 14-yard line here. We got to put the nail in the coffin on the 49ers defense here. Zach standing in the pocket, not panicking. We find Chris Godwin again, and he's in for the touchdown. Now this game should be fully put away at this point. Yeah, man, little over 2 minutes. Zach Wilson, we're just stat padding at this point, honestly. Looking for Garrett Wilson, who comes up with a catch. Great find from Zach Wilson. Yeah, man, the Niners, you have absolutely no chance of winning this one, unfortunately. Going back to him, and yeah, this time he was on locks on that one. 2 minutes left here. Wilson looking for anything. It looks like B's open across the middle. And guess who? Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson is having himself a day along with George Kittle as well. I think those are two of the main stars getting the most out of today. And look at that. As soon as I say the other ones, guess who appears? Jamar Chase. And I know he's wearing 87, but hey, man, he's still putting in the work even with that number. And we end up winning 42-24. We almost had 500 yards passing. I know we were stat padding at the end there, man, but still 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. So not too bad from our boy Zach Wilson. Obviously, Garrett Wilson, George Kittle putting in the work to help out former first-round QB Zach Wilson. So definitely appreciate all the help from our superstars. Low-key, our defense was kind of letting up in the first half there. Look at that, man, 42-24 on primetime. We're 1-0, but now we leave it to the fate of Madden Sim. What will this Jets team look like when we go all the way to the end of the season? And it's going to be a 13-4 team, so we're a pretty dang good team. I'm assuming we're number 1 of the division, and we're not. We are the 5th seed. The Dolphins were somehow better than us. You're telling me the Dolphins were better than our super team with Zach Wilson? No way. No way. We got to check out the standings of our division. You're telling me, okay, we're both 13-4, but I guess Miami had the tiebreaker. Buffalo 11-6, so wow, man. Our division was pretty tough. Zach Wilson able to muster out 13 wins, still pretty great, and it looks like we faced the lowly 9-8 Jags, so this should be a win for the wild card round, but man, I wish we could have won the division, had home field, but I guess not. But we'll take a look at some stats before we get into the wild card game of versus the Jags here, and look at that, Zach Wilson, over 4,000 yards, man. 38 touchdowns, but an ugly 20 interceptions. Not really what you want to see, but still, almost 40 TDs is still absolutely amazing. So we'll definitely take that for Zach. Breece Hall had an amazing year, especially in the rush game, man. Amazing year for Breece Hall. Chris Godwin and Garrett Wilson putting in the work, and Jamar Chase kind of the wide receiver 3 of the group, which is kind of surprising. But hey, man, everyone eats on this team, so they all put in their hard work. Zach Wilson, a very solid year. Not the best. I kind of was expecting better, but you guys got to remember he was a 68 overall starting out on the season. So we got to see where he's at this point, but still, man, wish we could have gotten a little bit, better quarterback play from Zach with the super team. And look at all those wins, though. We lost to the Bills, which is kind of surprising because they were 11-6. Still lost to the Bills. It looks like we lost to the Bills again, and then, of course, the Dolphins we lost to at the end of the season. But the Bills had our number in this one, 2-0. The Bills were on the Jets this season. So, yeah, man, it's just like real life. I guess, the Jets are never beating the Bills, so that's pretty unfortunate. But, again, we're still in a great spot. We're 13-14. We're playing the lowly Jags, so this should be pretty good for us. And look at that, man. Zach Wilson didn't upgrade in a development trait, but he is 10-plus overalls, and his accuracies have gotten significantly better. He's a 78 overall at this point, and I'm sure if we played like multiple seasons, we could probably get him up, to a superstar, even superstar X Factor. But for the sake of this, we're going to see if he can just win the Super Bowl in one season. So, hey, man, going up 10 overalls in one season, that is absolutely amazing. So we're going to go ahead and play the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are 9-8 at this point in the season. The wild card playoff matchup, Jets versus Jaguars. Man, who would have thought we'd been seeing this playoff matchup during this season? But here we go, man. Let's get right into the game here. And we are at Duval Stadium at nighttime. Let's see what you got, Zach. We're going here to find Chris Godwin off rip. Zach Wilson slinging it in, and we get a first down off the first play. Wilson in the pocket, waiting, has some time, and we are going to find Breece Hall. Breece Hall down the sideline. Can he get all the way? He can't. He'll get down to the 10-yard line. Great play from Breece Hall right there. Wilson waiting patiently. Chris Godwin's going to be tackled at the 1-yard line, man. Come on, Zach. Let's punch this in. Let's punch this in. Wilson, lots of time, and we find our man for the touchdown, Chris Godwin, with the first receiving touchdown of the playoffs, and it's 7-0 at this point. Wilson loading up, and it's going to be deflected by the Jags D, unfortunately. So now a 2nd down and 10 for us. Wilson in the pocket, waiting patiently here. Can we find our man? And it can't hang on. I believe that's Jamar Chase, who cannot hang on to the ball, unfortunately. So big play action play. 3rd down and 10. We got an edge rusher going to us, man. We got to circle back. Can we find a receiver? And wow, Zach Wilson, a great play, but Garrett Wilson cannot hang on, which is, yeah, that doesn't make sense, man. Garrett Wilson's normally hanging on, and we're going to get killed. We're getting killed. Josh Hines-Allen with a huge sack, and they get the touchdown off that play. So 7-7 at this point. First down, Zach Wilson trying to do too much, and we were just able to throw it out before a huge mistake occurs. Zach Wilson in the pocket, trying to find anybody, and there is a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to go against us. So Zach Wilson, the pressure has been heating up for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but luckily we find the crease, and we find George Kittle coming across the middle, and now we are back in business here. Wilson has a lot of time here. Don't panic. We're launching it up. Jamar Chase, can you get there? And he can. What a dime. Zach Wilson to Jamar Chase for the touchdown. What an absolute dime from Zach Wilson, man. I'm telling you, at the beginning of the season, he's not making that throw. But that was a beauty, man. Just an absolute beautiful pass. Just like this one, Zach. And I was a little too overconfident. Another overthrow. Not what you want to see, but I'm willing to let it go because that Jamar Chase touchdown was absolute heat. Wilson now looking towards the corner. George Kittle, guess who, our reliable tight end? Can he outrun him? Oh, he can, man. Big George Kittle down to the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. Let's go, man. It's already 21-7 in the second quarter. Wilson looking for X on this play, and guess who? Jamar Chase once again, and we're going to get down to the 17-yard line. 3 tutties and no picks for Zach Wilson so far in this game. Wilson looking for beyond the corner, and Garrett Wilson can't come down. I don't blame him. He had like 2 guys on him, so big ass for him. Couldn't come down with it. Wilson looking for RB. He's wide open. Breece get to the edge, and he'll get to the 1st and goal for us here from the 7-yard line. Wilson in the shotgun. Looking, dropping back for B here, and it's going to be caught. Let's go, man. Another passing TD for Zach, and it's 28-14. Less than 30 seconds in the second quarter here. Wilson can't hang on, and there's 30 seconds left here. Zach, let's see what you got here. Wilson in the pocket, looking for RB, is going to dump it down. Breece Hall making some nice yardage off that play, but unfortunately the clock ran out, so now we start the ball off in the third quarter. Still have a 2-score lead though. We just got to keep piling on this Jacksonville Jaguars 9-8 squad here. Wilson looking for the lob here, and we got Jamar Chase on the quick strike to him there. And let's go, man. So far, this drive is shaping out to be pretty good here. Looking, just be patient, and we find Jamar Chase once again, man. Or no, that's actually Chris Godwin. Okay, Chris Godwin with the catch. You love to see it, man. Let's go. Wilson looking, doesn't have a lot of time, and no. That's a huge fumble. He got killed. O-line, what are we doing? The big man rumbling, and suddenly Jacksonville has turned this game on its head, man. Very unfortunate. Let's see if Zach Wilson can bounce back, though. Looking for B. Can he make the catch? And it's going to be an overthrow out of bounds. He was wide open, and Zach couldn't make the throw. And he's going to be pressured again, bouncing up in the air. And it's now a 3rd and 10. Can Zach Wilson step up in the huge moments? That is the question. Knocked up, and that's going to be intercepted. This game is turning out very bad. And all of a sudden, it's 28-24. Luckily, our defense holds them to 3. But man, oh man, back-to-back possessions, we have, just huge turnovers. Nice pass from Zack there in the fourth quarter, and this game should not be very close, but we got to close it out here. Looking, and we do find George Kittle. Now we are in Jaguars territory here. We just got to keep capping it off. We got to get a touchdown. It's crucial. Zach Wilson in the pocket, trying not to panic, rolling out to the right. Can we find him? And we do. Chris Godwin with a clutch catch on the DB. And now it's a 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. We got to cap it off with a touchdown here. We're going to be looking for Breece, maybe but we're looking for Breece Hall, and he'll get in for the touchdown. And now we're back to a comfortable lead, but still only 3 points, so we got to keep it going. Looking for a while on this play, and guess who? Breece Hall with the reception. Now it's 2nd and 5. Zach Wilson with over 400 yards on the day, but those 2 turnovers were absolutely costly here. Looking, Wilson trying to do a little playmaker, and it is successful. Breece Hall will end up getting the first down, and now we are nearing the 2-minute warning. Wilson in the pocket, looking for RB. We got him on the quick strike. George Kittle will get it to 2nd and inches, and now there's officially 2 minutes left in this playoff game. Breece Hall trying to make it happen, and he does, and they start taking their timeouts here. Zach Wilson, we got to finish it out. Run play doesn't go as well as I planned, and now it's 2nd down and 10. Zach, let's see what you got here. In the fourth, 1 minute, 52 seconds left. Looking for A, and it's going to be caught. George Kittle eats a hit, but he's able to make the catch, and it looks like this game might be over here. Wilson just going to dump it down Breece Hall, and it's going to be 2nd down and 7 here. The Jags, I believe, have no more timeouts as well. 2nd and 7. Zach looking for Kittle, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown, and that is the final nail in the coffin here. We beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in the wild card round. 6 tutties for Zach and 466 yards as well. What a performance from Zach Wilson. I know the turnovers were terrible, man, on that one sequence. Just absolutely terrible, but still an amazing day. And look at that. Chris Godwin, George Kittle, Jamar Chase. Honestly, Garrett Wilson not really putting in the work this game. Some other guys stepped up, but hey, man, we will definitely take the win 41-31. And look at that, man. We beat the Jaguars. We're going to have to see who our next opponent is. Remember, our goal is to get to the Super Bowl, or we're going to go ahead and leave it to the sim to see if we can make the Super Bowl. We're leaving it to chance. Can Zach Wilson take this team all the way to the Super Bowl? If they do, we will play the game. But if not, the Jets will be in Cancun here. We're playing the 10-7 Chiefs, and this scares me, man. The Chiefs are just... Even when they're 10-7, they are still scary. So we're leaving it to Madden Sim. Come on, man. Bless me. And it's a loss. We lost to the 10-7 Chiefs with our practically super team. We lost to the Chiefs, man. I knew something was a little fishy as soon as I saw we were playing the Chiefs. Even though they were 10-7, I just had a feeling. And we go into Arrowhead. We lose our game, man. Zach Wilson cannot take this team above one playoff win, unfortunately. And man, I had high hopes. I know he's a lower overall quarterback, but look at all that talent. Look at all of the huge overalls around him, and we just couldn't get it done. We could not get the job done, unfortunately. So it is what it is, man. Unfortunately, we end off the season with an L to KC. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, share this one. please leave a comment down below. Did you like this type of videos? What'd you think of it, and what was your favorite part? But please do leave a comment in the comment section down below. But make sure you guys like, subscribe, share this one. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.